brand new farmland road. I've not seen him enter the farmland road. By 2 years' time, I've already done what people never believe in this state, which made the President Obasanjo say they should remove action governor, executive governor. So I've not seen. By then, education was free, 100%. Healthcare free. All these things we are talking about were free. So I've not even seen what they have done. That is the truth. I know you have tried in rebuilding the road I built from Osuakoli Road going to Abia, which I've stayed for so long, 2 years before completion. These are roads I built, and I've not seen anything they did. I don't know all the noise in the social media. And this business is not done in social media. This business is done on right time by the people you are seeing there.
So you said you worked for the governor in 2023 for him to become the governor.
Yes, it's
How
true.
did you do that?
No, I work for him. He knows. Even my brother running APP, I called him to cooperate with him because we are going to support him. And that is the truth.
Are you withdrawing your support?
It's gone because I support for APC.
I saw Jews or Kalu. You know? That some of you probably don't even know that they worked behind to make him governor. So next time they are not doing it anymore. This time around they want to bring it, bring in their own person. Orji Kalu, the one who was oh dear, the one that his mom was more or less like the governor, or they probably said the almost like the deputy governor. She was that powerful, right? That they milked Abia State. That Orji Kalu got convicted for looting over 10 billion naira from Abia State. But they said the Supreme Court had to let him go on technical ground. The conviction of Orji Kalu is because he looted Abia State. Left the Abia State even poorer, so to say. Well, some said he was still the best. As worse as it might be then, right? They said Orji Kalu's time was actually still the best compared to those who succeeded him. You know what I mean? But he actually went to jail. And then they had to let him go on technical ground. Ask me what be the technical ground. They transferred the judge. Do you get me now? The judge that was listening to his case got transferred while his case was still on, right? He got transferred elsewhere. So another judge, all right? Or if I think the same judge actually convicted him, but they said, well, it's lack of jurisdiction. He shouldn't have continued the case since he's been transferred from that jurisdiction to another place. That's what Supreme Court said. They said, okay, because of that, he should go back to the Senate. That's why he's in the Nigerian Senate now, making laws for Nigerians. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday when the former running mate to Peter Obi, Datti, declared his own interest in the 2027 race. But he is not officially declared that, so to say, but he stated the reason why he won't be following Peter Obi to coalition stuff, right? He called them the traveling politicians and travelers who were given presidential tickets in 2023, and right now they have continued their journey. So with the Daily Trust media today, they seem to have started kind of like extending the olive hand or an olive branch to Peter Obi, because according to him, he's never going to get the ADC ticket. So if he doesn't get the ADC ticket, he could return back home, which is the Labour Party, and Datti will be happy to welcome him back and at the same time support him if he wants to run. In his own words, Datti.
His Excellency Peter Obi did not invite me to join him in ADC. Because everyone knows me, there are certain things you'd rather not approach me with. People know me, even while I was in Parliament. And let me not distract us and go into that. Two, our personal relationships are solid. Only on the 12th, he attended the wedding in my house. In person, where I have much respect for Peter Obi. If he doesn't get the ADC ticket, come back, please. I will work for you and try to get Peter Obi the ticket in Labour. I will try and mend the ways between him and whoever are not in good terms with him. It doesn't make sense. First of all, nobody owns me. I'm my own person. When I joined in 2023, I saw us put paid to a certain burning question. Can a Southeasterner, for God's sake, be elected? Can he even be President, Federal Republic of Nigeria? That's the kind of person I am. Something challenging, something idealistic. I said yes. Since I walked away from governorship candidate, this is my worthwhile challenge, and I'll support it. I supported Peter Obi's presidency with all my heart, with all my mind. In some of our, or in most of our presidential campaigns, particularly in the north, the core northern states, as we call them, I began to make some very, very strong campaigns. And I said that the name of Nigeria registered in the UN is Federal Republic of Nigeria. Not as you would have it, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Islamic Republic of Iran, Libyan People's Jamahiriya, or Islamic Republic of Mauritania. At the same time, the creator of all and everything, God Almighty, after creating these countries that I mentioned, created Federal Republic of Nigeria, created the Vatican, created others, and the mix that we have here in Nigeria. And then I would say that the creator of all and everything does not make mistakes. The campaign speeches are there for you to refer to. For that, I offered no apology for supporting Peter Obi. I was particularly irked when you have the records, when the leading candidate then said the name of Peter Obi was not even worth mention. This was a huge insult. And I got to work, I fired back, I did everything. That was when they went to get two gentlemen, impersonate me online, and attack the whole of my family, who are now compensated with international appointments, which tells you that APC is actively involved in all the ungodly things that are happening. But let me come back. I was in support of Peter Obi to become the president because as at that time, that was the right thing to do. Let all of us in Nigeria answer the question, can it be done? Yes, it was done, but it was denied. It was done with my support, and I'm very, very happy to stand by it. That was 2023. This is 2027. Baba Obasanjo handed over in, being a Southerner, handed over in 2007 to late Malam Umaru, Northerner. In 2011, President Goodluck Jonathan, Southerner, was elected president after 4 years. And Peter Obi was part of the machinery of Goodluck Jonathan. Now, in 2023, late Baba Buhari handed over to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. 2027, a Northerner can be elected. And the North didn't start it. The South started it. But look, put all these things aside. I'm a Nigerian. Forget I'm from the North or South. I am just a Nigerian.
Right.
And I'm speaking as one because when it was time to work for the Southeast, when it was time to work for the South, I did. My records are there to stand for it. I did.
But you're not saying that that's it for you?
I don't understand your question.
Like you're no longer concerned about zoning anymore ahead of 2027?
No one respected zoning like me.
Right. So,
unless if you want me to go back and read everything for you
I just wanted to be clear on that. So talk to me about those who have raised the concern that You staying back in Labour Party, the risk to reward ratio is not looking great for you. How can you survive isolated? It looks like you're swimming against the tide. How can you survive politically without Peter Obi, without the obedience in Labour Party?
I survived, I did well before I met Peter Obi. I won elections before I met Peter Obi. Contrary to what people are saying, you know, of course we respect the court rulings. We obey the court rulings afterwards. You have no choice but to do that. I have never lost an election in my life. Any election that I got the ticket to contest. Even the one, it was Peter Obi who was presidential candidate, not me. I have never lost an election. Swimming against the tide, what is wrong with that? Do you want the tide to carry you? Of course not. I'm not one of those lazy politicians who want to sit down and follow godfathers and use sentiments to achieve the offices they want to, and then at the end of the day, they will never do anything for the people. I will work, I will struggle. If swimming against the tide is it, I'm prepared to do.
Right.
There is nothing wrong swimming against the tide. What is the tide? APC is not a tide. Because if I were to face APC without the support of the standard thing, INEC doing what they do, DSS doing what they do, and police doing what they do, and I'm not getting into trouble for that, I'm saying the facts. Without that, I will beat APC before 12 noon.
You're that confident about it?
I am confident. These are people who have not secured Nigeria in 12 years. And you think Nigerians...
Now to turn far. Ma okuta to wa nbe ma yoku nbe. Ma sabi bata ban sa ewa. Now to turn far. Ma okuta to wa nbe ma yoku nbe. Ma sabi bata ban sa ewa.
Go serious. Is one kind of like is one unserious fellow. But in theory, here you get, if Peter Obi and others, right, if they have been allowed to build on the momentum of 2023, they can defeat the entire system using the same method of rallying the Gen Z together, majority of them creating content to mobilize themselves, educate themselves, and the rest of that, right? So before Peter Obi finally decided to go and join them in ADC, the Obedient movement launched their membership portal, which was one unique way to actually really have a picture of the movement itself and the spread across Nigeria, something they could use, the data they could use, okay, to build a very strong political resistance against the system, because rigging this and that, okay. When you look at the ADC, what many of them are saying is that they have the widespread across the country. Like, Atiku, for example, all right, he's got these friends all over Nigeria that are ready to use their own structure, you know what I mean, to ensure that APC is not able to rig election in those places. But that's a myth. It is a total myth. Atiku has not been able to actually use this, his influence, all right, to win any election, ever. He's been in that position as well, where he believes he's got it, but he doesn't at the end of the day, right? So similarly, selling that as an idea for Obi to join them so that, they can be able to help stop. The same thing they are promising that they want to do. Obedient to do it for free. Do you get what I mean? Because the way the likes of the Atiku and others operate, right, is more or less a cash and carry. Okay? So they are going to, build their list, and everybody's going to get paid to go and defend their vote. And sometimes, if the other side pay more, They will just jettison whatever pledges they made to Atifku. They will collect that money and they will work for APC. It has happened before. But the only people that will never collect money under no circumstance or circumstances, the obedient, rather they will spend their own money. So I get it. Like that's why I said in theory, okay? In theory, and it is doable. Peter Obi is a billionaire, Abi. The obedient themselves can raise billions for his election. But if all of us are now going to come to the practical side, we realize that it is actually not that simple. Simply because most of these political parties, most of these politicians, they have been pretty much compromised. We have seen the level of kind of like a war waged by those who are supposed to be the same political party, Labour Party. The war they waged against themselves over money in the last 2.5 years alone will tell you that you can't build any virile sort of like opposition or platform to challenge a ruling party on that, because the saboteurs are already in. They are in different courts. Baba, immediately the Supreme Court gave the judgment that Tinubu won. Yeah. Arab and Bidiot and the rest of them and their court cases disappeared. Vanished. So we can't ignore that. That will then bring us to Datti himself. You see, where Datti said in their 2027 plan, a northerner is probably going to run, is right, because somehow people believe that Atiku is going to be the candidate of the ADC. Or maybe, just like when it was projected at the time that Atiku was going to be the candidate of the APC in 2014, that December when they chose Bukwari, because Atiku had the money to share. He's got that. But you have to counter him with more money. In this sense, you have to counter with like more dollars to challenge Atiku. So if Peter Obi is going to be a major contender, he can contend with Atiku. Because most of the people who are going to be the delegates in their Congress or to choose the candidate, they are mostly going to be relying on who is going to pay them more. So in that regard, right? So Peter Obi would have to like forfeit his obedience movement to the ADC. And how is that going to really work out? People are doing analysis on that, so don't waste your time. So Papa Ahmed Datti, who himself is positioning himself to run in 2027, right? Understanding what they went through in the hands of these brigands in the same, in the same Labour Party. And there's also something to notice. Nenadi Usman is the faction that actually won the last court case to determine who is the authentic group that is the leadership of the Labour Party. Abure is not the chairman of Labour Party anymore, but he didn't leave. He's still parading himself as one. Then Datti is hobnobbing within or more. I'll leave it at that. So I left the line open for so long. And tonight is just like a test broadcast. So the only thing we didn't do is to actually take calls, all right? So I am going to say thank you to you. Let me know what you think about this current visual, right? Let me know. So that, and then the audio as well, if we do not have any form of, echoing behind the voice, right? Let me know as well, okay? So thank you very much for your time. I'm going to see you another time, okay? Yeah, it could have been extended if you took the chance of calling in. But thank you anyway. I'll see you tomorrow, right? Enjoy the rest of your evening. And good night from here.
dòdò.
Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà 1.
Máyégún ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà 1.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà 1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí.
Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà 1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà 1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà 1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà 1.
Máyégún diary politico.
Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà 1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún.
Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà 1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà 1.
Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Máyégún diary náà ibi nọ́mbà 1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin ti ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni. ó fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹ̀rùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù máyé ń ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ o.